I've been tinkering around out in the garage and I thought I would share a little update with you guys. I've been doing some stuff that I haven't really filmed. I chamfered the ports on the 1100 and cleaned off a bunch of the studs, chased all the threads in the holes, and kind of started to do a dry run of putting the engine together so that I'll know what nuts and bolts that I'm missing for it. I had told you guys a couple videos back that I ordered some hoses. Well, I got one of the hoses in. I successfully got one hose. I had already ordered one before and I got the other hose. And then I was supposed to get a 10-inch one that went from the outlet on the pipe to the water box. I ordered 2-inch instead of 2.5-inch. I realized that before it even arrived here, so I ordered a 2.5-inch today, and I'm gonna have to return the 2-inch one because it's like $60 for 12 inches of hose. Anyway, I also ordered some couplers and had a brain fart and ordered 2 engine couplers instead of ordering one for the engine and one for the drive shaft. So now I have to order another coupler, and it's not worth returning because it'll cost me more to return. At the very same time, I picked up some wrist pin bearings. Here you will see that I have 2 wrist pin bearings for my 1100. That's right, I only ordered 2, and yeah, I don't know why. Obviously it's a triple and it needs 3. Also, off camera, I decided while I was cleaning up all the bolts, I would remove some weight from the crankcase bolts, so the bolts that actually hold the crankcase together. I spent about, I think, 3 hours last night machining out the bottoms of the bolts. I'll insert a photo here, and it only leaves me with about 1 millimeter left attaching. The reason why they make the head of a bolt flat is simply because that's the easy way to machine it. But if you buy really high-end lightweight titanium bolts, a lot of the time they will have the head of the bolt dished in. That material doesn't need to be there. But I somehow calculated that I could take off 6 millimeters, and the 6 millimeters that I took off only left me with, about 1 millimeter. So these bolts very likely will not hold up. I guess we'll head over to the bench now and I will show you guys some of the ridiculous stuff that I've been doing to the 1100 engine instead of doing things that I should actually be doing. I forgot I got my air compressor working again. I just thought of a practical thing that I can do that needs to be done, so I'm going to take care of it right now. I've got a starter Bendix bushing broken off in the case, and Zach was nice enough to send me a new one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try anyway to use the little Dremel tool to cut away at it until I can get it out. actually be able to pull it out now with a bolt. This bolt is damaged, it got bent somehow, so I'm going to see if I can... There we go. There's what's left of the bushing. My new TIG finger. It had a bunch of little pinholes in it just from rough casting, and so I don't have them all finished, but I've got a lot of them basically done and sanded back down. You can see here where I took the Dremel and cut out some dark spots. Anyway, I'm not going to try to get it perfect. I just wanted to get some of the bad ones that were really deep because they may affect the strength of the pipe, and yeah, it also didn't look that great. Maybe tomorrow what I'll do is finish up the exhaust and then start stripping the hull completely. I don't know. I think I've already mentioned it once in this video, but I ordered a sandblasting cabinet, and it's hard to say how long it's going to take to get here. So I'm going to do some fiberglass work. While I'm doing that fiberglass work, it doesn't make sense just to do little patch jobs here and there, so I'm actually going to strip everything out of the hull, and yeah, we'll see how far this goes. It might turn into a complete refinishing of the outside of the jet ski. It needs to be refinished anyway. It's pretty nasty. I don't know if I showed you this yet, but I ended up welding the end cap on the exhaust. This piece here. If I forget where that is, you guys remind me. you guys saw, I got most of it stripped down. I just need to take the pump out and then the bearing carrier. Not sure if I'm going to take all this stuff off, but I might, just so I can clean it up. I'm definitely going to want to sand in around this area, so it would make more sense if I took everything off. Kind of made up my mind along the way that I'm going to completely refinish this. This ski has had a lot of work done to it already. It's been completely painted. It was in a bad accident at one point, and so I'm kind of somewhat nervous about what I'm going to find underneath this paint, but also I'm a little bit excited because, yeah, I'm going to completely redo it and it's going to look like a new ski. I've always disliked the seat latch on the X2, and I don't think I'm alone with that. I've had my seat fall off a few times, and then when you do want to take it off, it doesn't want to come off. So I don't know what I'm going to come up with yet, but I'm going to completely redo the way that the seat mounts on, or at least how it latches on. So I think I'm going to cut all the pieces for the latch off. I'm going to come up with something simple and straightforward so that when I need to take the seat off, I can, but when I don't want it to come off, it doesn't come off. Jeez Louise. Well, this thing wasn't going to fall off either. I tell you. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wow. Oh. Whew. You can see the clear coat coming off here. Clear coat with a layer of glue. Oh, that's nice. I haven't 100% decided on a color yet. I've kind of come up with something and shared it with a few people, but if you guys have some cool ideas, let me know what your ideas for color schemes are, and maybe I'll go with it. I've switched over to a brand new razor blade for your viewing pleasure. Hopefully this peels off in some nice long strips. yeah. Good. And this is the result of all that hard work. All right, YouTube, it is a new day. I've just come out in the garage and it is 10:30 p.m.-ish. That's gonna be it for this one. You guys now know what I'm going to be doing for the next little while, for the foreseeable future. Whenever I get my sandblasting cabinet, we'll get to sandblasting and maybe powder coating the engine if I have enough time before the season starts. Get the engine back together. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of fun. There's so many really fun color schemes that I could go with. There's so many things that I want to do. I would still really like to do the original idea of the Gulf colors that I was going to do the 650 in. But if I ever get another hull, then hopefully I'll be able to do the 650 in those colors and keep the engine that color. But yeah, for this one I think I'm going to go a little bit different. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it. I'm not necessarily going to listen, but if I see one idea that I really like, then maybe I'll go for it. The idea that I'm going for is fairly simple and straightforward. Anyway, I'll let you guys know probably in the next video. But for now, I gotta end this because I gotta go in and edit this video. Fun stuff. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.